Hello friends and welcome to my channel. Today I am planning out the week of May 8th through the 14th. This is Mother's Day week, which this seems like an odd kit, but we'll get into that in a second. I'm using this dark arts kit from Scribble Co. I'm obsessed with this kit. I'm obsessed with how dark it is. I'm obsessed with the whole Death Eater aesthetic. I know they're evil, but I feel like evil characters are highly underrated, and I knew when this kit came out and this event that happened this week, I just knew I had to use this kit, and I did it with my mom, and it's like a tradition for us, so it was super exciting. But anyways, you can use my code Rosey10 to save 10% off at Scribble Co. And then if you want any of her pop culture kits, you can go ahead and send her an email. And I had to pull in the green with it because, you know, I'm Team Slytherin. And then I have some black foil from Plannahannah, and you can use my code Rosey15 to save 15% at Plannahannah and get my freebie in a random foil color. So this week was the week that the Symphony in my city did Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 1, which is where they play the movie and the symphony plays the entire soundtrack live along with the film. Up to this point, Mom and I have seen all the movies in order, and they announced that next year the final film is coming here and we're going to get to complete the series. And I can't even explain to you, you're like, Rosey, isn't that repetitive, like the same thing every time? No, this is a completely different experience live. And this time was different than any time I'd ever seen it before, because Mom and I saw movies 1 through 6 when we lived in California, and we used to go to the Hollywood Bowl to see them. And turns out the Hollywood Bowl is actually the first venue to get the movies. So they debut them there. So we were always the first ones to see each of them with an orchestra. So we had to wait once we moved a while for the film series to catch up here where we live now. So obviously that was a bit of a drag, but it's just a different experience seeing it at the Symphony here. It was just so different than the Hollywood Bowl. There were some pluses, there were some minuses. A huge plus was traffic, ease of getting in and out. If you don't know, the Hollywood Bowl has stacked parking. So there's not spaces. You just literally shove as many cars in an area as you can. And if the car in front of you takes 2 hours to come out after the show is done and you can't move, then you can't move, and it really sucks. And plus LA is just known for horrific traffic. So that was like a big plus. I feel like another plus was that we didn't have to worry about weather because here it's inside, but in LA it was not. It was outside, so weather was a concern. I remember some years we froze. It didn't matter if we brought blankets, and I know you're like, isn't it in Southern California? Yeah, but it was in it's in a valley and the wind kicks through there. And California, it actually gets chilly at night, like in the 60s, and when the wind picks up, it can get quite cool, and it was nice to not have to deal with that. However, I do think the orchestra itself is better in Hollywood, but that being said, they do have a way bigger venue, a way larger orchestra, more space. So I also feel like that's an unfair advantage. However, that all this being said, Mom and I had a fantastic time. If you know what happens at the end of part 1 of the Deathly Hallows and you know what character we lose, then I want you to know that I bawled my eyes out seeing it live. There's just such a different experience seeing them all live, which my 2 favorite moments are from Order of the Phoenix when Umbridge came on screen. The amount of boos and pure hatred people have for that woman is unfounded. I mean, it's for a good reason, but like, it was just hilarious. And then my other moment was at the end of Half-Blood Prince, when a specific character passes away. Everybody put up their like phone flashlights as their wands in memory of them. And it was unprovoked by like the venue. It was just all, sorry, I have something in my teeth, spur of the moment. And it was just so touching. And it's just, I don't know. It's a different way of experiencing the movies. It really makes you appreciate the music more. And this time too, I thought it was really nice that they had the subtitles on the screen. Hollywood Bowl never put the subtitles on the screen. And it was just so nice to have that. Also, because Hollywood's outside, they had to wait till the sun went down, so they can't start till like 8:30. But it was nice because this is inside, so they can start at whatever time they want. So that was the big event for the week. And can you all tell I'm excited about it? It was definitely a highlight of the month, of the year. Such a fun thing to go to. If there's a movie series you like and they're doing it with a symphony, with a live orchestra, whether it be Harry Potter, I know they do Star Wars, Jurassic Park. I'm like fingers crossed that Lord of the Rings is going to be coming back because I would love that. I've also seen like they've done Back to the Future. There's tons of movies. They also do one-off Disney movies, like Ratatouille was done recently. Nightmare Before Christmas. So there's like a movie with a symphony for everybody, and I just recommend experiencing it. That just sounded weird to me. Anyways, going to one once in your life, at least, if not 8 times, like I'm going to do with this series. But I wouldn't trade it all for a second. And my mom's been with me to every single one, and just finally getting to see this one after it's like a year behind here. After a year's break, it was just so fun to do it with my mom. And it was kind of like our Mother's Day celebration. I mean, I was with her on Mother's Day. I didn't think I was going to be, so we celebrated it the week before, but then plans changed, things landed differently, but this was just so fun. And it was so easy to get in and out. Like I said, just was such a breeze, straight shot home, so nice. I have tons of extenders in this base as well. So I will link my extender videos. So if you want to learn how to do this kind of stuff for yourself, I do have 2 different videos with pretty in-depth tutorials to show you how to do this in real time, so it's not going to be sped up super fast, so check those out. Also, to just go along with seeing part 1, I did watch all of the other movies previous earlier in the week, and I used Wonton and a Million stickers to mark those every day, and honestly, I don't know how much I like them. I wanted to use, because Wonton and Million did a sheet for each movie, so I wanted to use a character off of each movie sheet. And I managed to do that, but I just feel like some of them stand out an awful lot. And I don't know. I almost wish I would have gone with the Papershire characters, but a lot of them had red, and I didn't want to pull that in, so I think it looks fine. I think I'm just being way too hard on myself, as usual. We are our own worst enemies. Also, speaking of being our own worst enemies, I've had some conversations in the planner world about people that want to start channels, but how every time they film or edit, their videos don't look like Scribble Prince Co's or J. Crew's or mine or whoever's video. And that's because it's not their video, it's your video. And my quality when I started posting videos was not great. I had no idea what in the HE double hockey sticks I was doing. I barely knew how to edit. I believe I was hanging my phone from a chandelier on a tripod when I started filming. And you can go back, because I'm a firm believer in showing where you came from. I have every single video I've ever posted on my channel, so you can see the good, the bad, the ugly, the improvement. You can go back and see it all. I have tutorials for you on how to edit, how I film, my filming setup, all the equipment I use, everything. I believe there is a space for everybody here. And also, it's not going to happen overnight. it took me over 4.5 years to get to 1,000 friends here on my channel. And it wasn't really a goal of mine in the beginning. This is just something I do for fun. And I can't imagine not doing it. So I don't know. There's just room for everybody. If you have questions, if you need help, if there's something you're stuck on, make sure you check my Toolbox Planner Behind the Scenes playlist, which I can link in the eye. Or if you can't find your answer in those videos or there, please reach out my DMs. I'm here to help. Again, I think there's room for everybody in this community. There's so many of us, and everybody is amazing in their own way. So I don't want anybody to feel like just because they're a beginner, there's not space for them. Because just like when you start anything, back in school when you learn to write, your handwriting wasn't perfect in the beginning. Heck, mine is still garbage. But like when you start doing anything, working out, lifting weights, running, you're not going to start your first run. You're not going to run a half marathon. You're going to run a half a mile, whatever it is, until you build up that tolerance, until you improve. Same with filming, same with editing. It's just like anything else. You have to start at the bottom. And even if you are too shy to post your videos to the public, maybe just start doing them for yourself and seeing things that you can do week by week to improve before you feel confident enough in posting. I hope that helps for those of you that want to start a channel. I know that's definitely not everybody's like prerogative, but yeah. And I also just like hacked up and cut a bunch of these overlays from Hannah to make them fit. I wanted to use as many of them as possible. I really wanted to fit that Borgin and Burke's box tongue-tied somewhere, but man, oh man, it was not easy at all. I don't think I ended up putting it anywhere, which is a bummer, but I feel like it would have just covered something, and I didn't want anything to be covered, and I was just annoyed slightly. And then here I am pulling in that green foil bundle. I know there's not really any green in the kit. However, I just thought since so many of them were Slytherins, and I'm a Slytherin, I would pull it in. It just kind of gave me the vibes of the kit. So dark green. If Andrea ever brings this foil bundle back, I will buy the lot of them because I'm obsessed. You all know I like black foil. This dark green is giving black foil a run for its money. This dark green, I think I bought like 4 or 5 bundles, and I think all of them are ready to be used with kits or have already been used, and I'm going to be out, and I'm going to be a sad panda when that happens because I'm obsessed. So if any of you bought this foil bundle and you don't want yours, I will gladly PayPal you for it and take it off your hands. Also, I forgot to hit record for Monday, so yay, Rosey. So let's get into it because I have some catching up to do. So Monday, I used this Pumpkin Paper Co. trestle to mark my plan with me going up. This was the Titanic one, Heart of the Ocean. And then this day, painters came to finish or continue painting the outside of the house, the attic. I don't remember, but painters came. Then I watched The Sorcerer's Stone, then The Chamber of Secrets, then I did my leg workout, and then I watched Prisoner of Azkaban because I had a lot of movies to watch this week. Moving into Tuesday, I did my makeup before work, and then I went to work. I was going to use these Grin and Bear It bears, but they just like were too bright against the spread, so I opted for these Fox and Cactus wizard girls in their like Slytherin school robes. Super cute. This day, one of my coworkers spilled their coffee, and they were just looked so defeated. So I treated everybody at work to coffee. So I wanted to mark that because if you know, I like never get Starbucks. So, and I wouldn't have had my coworker not done that. So it was a treat, and I wasn't going to not get one if I was getting everybody else one, you know. Then I went tanning because I'm a California girl at heart. And then the painters were here again this day because they basically just lived at my house. And then my dad was at my house and he made me cry. So I just used this Monsters Book of Monsters. I believe this is off of a sheet from the sticker party, maybe. And then I did my push workout. And then I watched Goblet of Fire. I tried to use Death Eaters or things that were Death Eater-esque. So the reason I use Sirius for Prisoner of Azkaban is because he's holding the sign. And then I use Mad-Eye Moody because if you watch that movie, he's not Mad-Eye Moody, you know. If you know, you know. Then Wednesday I did my makeup and I went to work, and then this day I finished the book I was reading, which was Scythe, and I started the second book in the series, which was Thunderhead. These are both rereads. A prequel, I believe, came out, and I just don't remember enough about the series, so I'm rereading them. Then I had some errands to run, and then this night after work I watched Order of the Phoenix and Half-Blood Prince. Oh my gosh, so much Harry Potter in the first half of that week. It is crazy. I feel like a lot of those character stickers just look really busy. I do like how the second half of the week personally came out better. So moving into Thursday, my plan with me for Adventure Awaits went up, which was the Upped-themed kit from Planner Pixie Co. It is adorable. And then this day, the electrician came. Sorry if you hear Lucy growling. I'm not really sure what she's upset about, but she's living her best life. And then I had to run to Lowe's, which you know is my least favorite place on the planet to ever have to go. And then this day my mom came because it was the night of the symphony. So obviously she had to come over. We have this joke about Avi, like shortening it and just someone in our life. So I almost did that instead of saying the whole word, but none of you would have gotten that. But if you ever hear me go, Avi, it's just like an inside joke type thing. Then since mom was over, we watched Nashville because that's a TV show. She and I are watching it together. And then I did my makeup because we were going to the symphony. So, you know, I had to do that. And then, surprise, at the symphony, they had alleged butterbeer. So, obviously, I had to get one. And it was not as good as the butterbeer from the studio tour in London or at Universal Orlando or Universal Hollywood. It was kind of gritty and weird, but it was butterbeer-esque. And then we watched the symphony that night, so I just used a Bellatrix sticker. And then Friday was payday, and then I had to wake up well before the sun rose to go to work, so that was fun. I'm gonna have to repeat that as I'm filming this, like today's the 18th. I am going to a concert tonight, so you'll see that in next week's spread. But anyway, so it was payday, I did my makeup, and I went to work. Is that not the most repetitive thing on the planet? And then I realized I forgot, when I was doing my scripts, I realized I forgot to mark my workout on Thursday, but I actually did a cardio workout on Thursday as well, and I didn't know how to rearrange it to add it in. So with my scripts, I ended up on Friday just writing cardio and my pull workout, because then all 4 workouts are accounted for in the spread at least, even though I did cardio on Thursday. Not Friday. It really bugs me. It really, really bugs me, but I don't know how to fix it, so... Friday, I did my pull workout, though, like I said, and then Mom and I binged Nashville and played games on her iPad. Moving into Saturday, I finally got to sleep in, and it was glorious. And then I washed the cushion chairs, my patio cushion chairs, did some laundry. Then I did my makeup and went to work and came home and watched The Deathly Hallows Part 2. Then Sunday was a busy day. The first thing I put in was that it was Mother's Day. I didn't really have any stickers that worked with this kit color-wise, so I just ended up using a balloon from the foil bundle. And then I also got to sleep in this day, which is such a treat that I always have to mark it now. And then it was Sheet Sunday, so I marked that I cleaned my sheets. And then Mom and I were just chilling, watching TV, and my dad showed up at the door with Tito to surprise Mom with her son. And then we were all sitting on the back patio talking, and my mom was scratching her head, and she was like, Rosey, what's this on my head? And it was a tick. So we dealt with that, and then I get on my phone and I get on to Snapchat, and you know how it tells you, like, you get that little red bubble and it's like, you did this 3 years ago or 5 years ago or whatever. I get on there and it was like 3 years ago today, Dad is checking Lucy daily for ticks after finding one in the house. Like, what are the chances of that? And then my dad got me flowers. It was NASCAR. I ended up finding a dog roaming around my neighborhood and reuniting it with its owner. And then Mom and I watched Nashville after Dad left. This is what I have left over in the kit and foil bundle. So I felt like this was a fairly busy week, and I still have tons of stickers left, surprisingly. And of course, I'm definitely going to hoard those dark green extras because I just love that color. Here is the scripts that I made myself, which I obviously have a video for all of you on that. This script will be linked down below for you. I believe it's called Dark Wizard. It's free, and it's a little like gothic, scripty, fonty, kind of borderline hard to read. It's what's in the thumbnail of this video as well. But I like it. I feel like it worked. I almost used the traditional like Harry Potter lightning bolt font, but it felt like too much of like a good wizard font, and I needed like dark arts wizard font. So this is what I ended up with. And it was a fairly easy font to work with. And what else? If I forgot to say where any of the stickers are from, comment down below. And also, if you made it this far into the video, in your comment, let me know what your Hogwarts house is, because house pride, am I right? At least for me, because, you know, I'm a proud Slytherin, if you didn't know that by now. It's such a Slytherin trait. But alas, that basically brings us to the end of this Plan With Me, the final close-up where you can see all the goodness, all the scripts, all the stickers. I hope you enjoyed what you saw. If you haven't, please click that red subscribe button and ring the bell. Give this video a thumbs up. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, leave them down below. If you are struggling, just know that you are not alone. My DMs are open for you on Instagram. It is RoseyPlans, like it is here. I hope you have a good morning, day, afternoon, evening, night, wherever, whenever in the world you happen to be watching this video. And I look forward to seeing you in the next one, which I believe will be my wild thornberries spread. So it's very exciting. At least I'm excited for it. So I will see you in that video. Bye, friends.